Washington President Trump achieved a significant legislative victory on Wednesday after nearly a year of humiliating defeats in Congress, making good on his promise to deliver what he called a big, beautiful tax cut before Christmas and finally demonstrating the political power of unified Republican control in Washington. Mr. Trump will soon affix his signature to the $1.5 trillion tax overhaul that will have broad and far-reaching implications for individual and corporate finances, and will cement the president's political ownership of an already growing economy that he inherited from former President Barack Obama. The president's chaotic first year in office was dogged by investigations, staff turmoil, and legislative missteps. But with passage of the tax overhaul, Mr. Trump will enter his second year in office with a roster of Republican achievements that he and his party will attempt to sell to voters in the 2018 midterm elections: lower taxes, more conservative judges, fewer regulations, and more restrictive borders. "This is a big week," said Newt Gingrich, the former House Speaker and a longtime Trump supporter. "A wide range of people are starting to say, 'I like him,' the tweets may irritate me, but something's happened. Clearly this was the piece de resistance, this bill at this moment just before Christmas." The president is scheduled to celebrate the tax bill victory during an afternoon event at the White House on Wednesday, flanked by Republican members of Congress. In brief remarks at the beginning of a cabinet meeting, Mr. Trump said it was a time of celebration. "We got it done," Mr. Trump told reporters, calling passage of the tax bill a historic victory for the American people. He praised Republican lawmakers in the House and Senate and predicted that, together, they would do even more to cut regulation and improve the economy. "Next year we are going to go on to some amazing things." But the president also faces deep challenges in the year ahead. His approval rating in polls of the American public is at historic lows, with a majority of people holding negative views of his presidency. Next year, he will face a congressional majority that will have shrunk to just one vote in the Senate, making it even harder to win approval for the rest of the Republican agenda. And while his lawyers have suggested that they believe the special counsel's Russia investigation is winding down, there is evidence that Mr. Trump and his associates will remain under investigation for months if not longer. 2 members of Mr. Trump's campaign have been indicted, and 2 associates, including his former national security advisor, have pleaded guilty to federal crimes and are cooperating with the special counsel. The tax victory on Wednesday was a rare moment of legislative success for a president who has struggled to govern in a city that he derided as a swamp. He has repeatedly used Twitter, his favorite means of communication, to demean and belittle members of both parties, undermining Republican leaders and generating intense opposition from Democrats. On Wednesday, he struck a different tone, praising Senator Mitch McConnell, the majority leader, for shepherding the tax bill through the bitterly divided chamber.